BZA meeting to order. I ask that everyone silence their cell phones and please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ask the zoning clerk to call the roll, please.
Sure. Don Sutton,
Here.
Brad Cook,
Here.
Michelle Cook. Here. Larry Harmon. Here. Quinn Mackin.
Here.
Jessica Kingsley. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. I would ask that everyone in the audience that intends to testify, please sign in. At this time, I would ask anyone that intends to speak or give testimony, please stand and be sworn in by the court reporter.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? I do. Thank you. Thank you.
So, thank you, everyone, for coming this evening. We have two applications to hear tonight. Our first matter of business is approval of our last minutes. And I believe we actually approved them at our last meeting, so we'll just need to sign these this evening.
And we have another one to approve from last time.
What's that?
We have one that we have to approve from the last meeting.
Right.
And then we have to sign the ones from the organizational meeting.
Okay. So.
Just so we're to approve the ones from the
Yeah.
April 4th, yeah.
So do I have a motion to approve those minutes?
I motion for minutes for the BZA 23-01, April 4th meeting minutes.
Call the roll, please.
Mrs. Cook,
Yes.
Mr. Harmon,
Yes.
Mr. Acevedo,
Yes.
Mr. Cook,
Yes.
and Mr. Sutton.
Yes. Thank you. Jacob, do we need to sign this copy or?
Yeah, so she's Kevin's asking for you guys to sign that because our copy here is down right now, so we're gonna get a copy of that.
Great, thank you. Have Brad sign this again. Pass this along for us to sign. So. Okay, so our first case we're going to hear tonight is from MI Homes. So some of you're with MI Homes. So the first applicant is BZA 23-002, request by MI Homes of Central Ohio, LLC, 4131 Worthington Avenue, or Worth Avenue, Columbus, Ohio, 43219. The applicant is requesting a conditional use permit for a model home and parking lot parcel number 418-240-1200900 and 418-240-1201000, lots 3284 and 3285, plus or minus 0.780 acres, Delaware, Ohio 43015, in the subdivision known as Berlin Farms. So we have the application by MI Homes which submitted. I would ask the zoning clerk to read the exhibits into the record.
Kind of hard, I guess I don't have it. Kathy, amazing copy. Okay, see the original file exhibits. So Exhibit 1, letter to Jacob Bond, Berlin Township Zoning Inspector, regarding the request for conditional use permit for model home parking lot with 1 to 5 points, letter dated 3/28/2023, and table of contents submitted with application file 3/28 of 2023. Exhibit 2, application for conditional use for model home parking lot, MI Homes of Ohio LLC, 4131 Worth Avenue, Columbus, Ohio, 43219, dated 3/28/23, submitted 3/28/23. Exhibit 3, Berlin Farms legal description, submitted 3/28/2023. Exhibit 4, plat plans and elevation of the model home, 10 pages, submitted with application file 3/28 of 2023. Exhibit 5, exterior lighting with specs and landscaping plans, 4 pages, submitted with application file 3/28 of 2023. Exhibit 6, properties and address of parcels within 300 feet, 2 pages, submitted with application file 3/28 of 2023. Exhibit 7, marketing and signage with specs and colors, 19 pages, submitted with application file 3/28 of 2023. Exhibit 8, aerial view of surrounding property owners within 300 feet and addresses dated 4/26/2023. Exhibit 9, request for publication in the Delaware Gazette via email dated 4/17 of 2023. Exhibit 10, notice of hearing to applicant with proof of mailing dated 4/24 of 2023. And the final exhibit is 11, proof of publication in the Delaware Gazette dated 3/15 of 2023.
Thank you, Lisa. So the zoning code does allow for Board of Zoning Appeals to approve model homes and subdivisions. And that's what we're here to hear tonight. In this case, model homes and subdivisions, the same being defined as residential type structures used as sales offices by builders/developers to display the builders/developers product. The same may be furnished within, since its purpose is to display to prospective buyers the builders/developers features such as exterior siding, treatment, roofing materials, interior trim, molding, floor coverings, etc. In the environment of a completed home, model homes may be staffed by builder/developer sales force. Model homes shall be subject to the following restrictions. And those restrictions, I won't read through all of it, but lighting, parking, screening and trash receptacles, termination of use, as well as the model home signs. So that's the items that we're here tonight to hear about. I would ask our applicant to stand and state your name.
Andy Goddard with MI Homes, 4131 North Avenue.
Thank you. And if you want to step up to the podium there, if it's easier for you.
Good evening. So I hope I tried to make this as simple as possible. On the very first page in your packet, I've spelled out really the 5 main criteria that go into it, and on the subsequent pages I've defined that. So I'm happy to answer any questions, but the model's coming along. I just drove by a few minutes ago and it's looking good. So I look forward to getting open hopefully sometime into June or early July.
Okay. So the first item that we have to consider is lighting. And all exterior lighting must be down lighting so that no light will be cast onto adjoining residential properties. All off-street parking areas must be illuminated. All exterior lighting except for security lighting shall be extinguished at the time. Kind of closing of the model home. And if you want to just read your answer there from Exhibit 1.
Lighting shall consist of 2 down lighting posts in the parking lot area and exterior lights on the home. Fixture types have been included in the application, although in the world we live in, subject to change depending on product availability, and there'll be some low level lighting on the model landscape.
Thank you. And that lighting is shown in Exhibit 5.
Yeah, the tab that says exterior lighting and landscape plan.
If any of the board members have questions, as well through the the next item that we have to consider is Parking, all model homes shall provide off-street paved parking for the public. Such off-street paved parking shall be located as directed by the Board of Zoning Appeals. The number of required parking spaces shall be a minimum of 6 per model home. The driveway of the model home may be utilized for not more than 2 parking spaces. And I believe you address this in number 2 of exhibit 1.
Yep, we'll have 6 spots on the adjacent lot that will have our parking lot in.
And I do recall seeing your
Exhibits in the exterior lighting and landscape plan tab.
Okay. And the next item is screening and trash receptacles. Landscape drawing shall be required to show adequate landscaping and screening from adjoining residential lots together with clear marking the boundaries of the model home lot. Trash receptacles shall be provided around the model home for public use. And I do see on the same item here that you do show the trash receptacles.
Yep.
Termination of use. Temporary showroom or display model that is used for marketing purposes by the commercial builder during the sales period of new residential development. For the purpose of this resolution, a model home loses its status as a marketing tool after 5 years from its opening date, or when 90% of the zoning permits within a development are issued, or whichever comes first. However, the model home usage may continue if it's permitted within a commercial zone district. Model homes may be converted to permanent zoning residences. Permanent residences at the end of their use as a marketing location, provided they meet all the zoning and building codes for occupancy.
We understand. We'll adhere to that.
And I'm not planning on storing any building equipment at that location. And then the last would be your model home signs. I know there's a lot of signs in here, so I would just ask which.
Yeah, on the, looks like the third page in that pack, the one that's called Information Center sign. That'll be the one that'll be in the front bed of the house. And typically we'll do the one a couple slides behind that, the future homeowner parking spots, just to get people excited when they pull into the parking lot. And then on the page after that, we'll do a brochure box that's there that indicates if we're open or closed at any given time. There'll be the following page, the little placard that has the name of the floor plan. And those are the both from all.
We just need to make sure that you're clear that it's not going to exceed 32 square feet.
Which one?
The information center sign. And it also overall height of 4 feet above grade. So I don't know how that's being mounted.
Yeah, our sign installer will work to get permits for everything, so they'll go through the process. And they know the parameters, they know how to find the rules, so they'll apply.
One question on the lighting, maybe you mentioned it, is it gonna be on an automatic timer?
On which part, on the house itself or on the whole
down
house?
The down lighting that you have on the house?
No, it'd be just like you mean like physically on the house, like mounted?
Any of, well, if you have pole lighting
or any downlighting like for the parking lot? Is any of that stuff gonna be on the timer?
It'll come on, it'll be automatic when it gets
Automatic.
dark, yeah. I didn't know if you meant timer to turn off kind of thing, but yeah, it'll be a day-night sensor. The house itself will be on, just like a regular light would be on your porch.
Other questions from the board?
The sale flags in the signing package.
I don't think those are permitted in the township, are they?
That's what I was thinking.
I don't think those are permitted, and those wouldn't be related to the model. Those, if they were permitted in the township, those would be out by the front. But I don't think those are permitted in the township.
Right, because
I
I
just
think
included
they're
that.
on Old State when you guys were doing the one that comes in off of Old State.
Yeah.
There was an issue with them at that point in time, so.
Yeah, I just included our whole marketing thing just to be
Okay.
inclusive, but yeah, if they're not permitted
They won't-
by other rules, then or we'll put them in and you'll tell them we'll take them out and we'll take them in.
Okay,
But no, that's not intended to be with the model.
okay.
Other questions from the board? I would say in the future, it might help to show how these signs are gonna be mounted, just so it's clearly spelled out. It's not above the 4 feet
Can we
grade.
do that?
It appears that the applicant has met all of the requirements required in our zoning code, so I would entertain a motion at this point on the application.
I'd like to make a motion to approve BZA 23002 for a model home.
And do I have a second?
I second it.
So you made a motion to approve this?
Yes.
Okay, and then, Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Mrs. Cook?
Yes.
Mr. Harmon?
Yes.
Mr. Acevedo?
Yes.
Mr. Sutton?
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, and the application is approved.
Thank you.
Good job. Very important.
Is this one that will probably be going back for another one? This works good for you?
Yeah, just add the height of the signs. And don't include ones that you're not gonna be using for the model home.
Is there anything else unnecessary in this? Is this the right one?
It was pretty easy to cut, I think.
Yeah, like Michelle said, we probably don't need all those other signage in there. But yeah, otherwise, thank you. Makes it simple on us to run through an application like this.
Perfect. I'll see you probably in about a year from now.
Okay. Okay, do we have an applicant from DR?
Yes, and I'm filling in. There's a gentleman that usually came, Terry Andrews, is no longer with us, so I did this morning. I've not been to one of these
Okay.
meetings, so I just wanted to fill in and present what we need to or answer any questions.
Sure. Could you go ahead and stand and be sworn in?
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so our second applicant this evening is BZA 23-003, request by DR Horton, 550 Blair Parkway, Suite 200, Westerville, Ohio 43082. The applicant is requesting a conditional use permit for a model home and parking lot, parcel number 418-3206-300-3000, and parcel number 418-3206-300-2000, lots 2714 and 2715, plus or minus 0.45 acres, Delaware, Ohio 43015, in the subdivision known as Pyatt Preserve West. So I will run through this again. We just went through this. For the record, we need to make sure we do cover all of this information.
Do you need to stand and answer anything? I can.
Yes, if you would like to come over to the podium, do you have one of these?
I don't have the binder, no. We presented at 12 and
Okay.
I don't have one.
Brendan,
I do.
yeah, if you want to come up to the podium. So model homes and subdivisions, the same being defined as residential type structures used at sales offices by builders/developers and to display the builder's/developer's product. The same may be furnished within, since its purpose is to display to prospective buyers the builder/developer's features such as exterior siding, treatment, roofing materials, interior trim, moldings, floor coverings, etc. In the environment of completed homes, model homes may be staffed by builder/developer sales force. Model homes shall be subject to the following restrictions: lighting, parking, screening, and trash receptacles, termination of use, and then model home signs. So, as we did in the previous, for the previous applicant, we'll go ahead and run through each of these items. I would ask the zoning clerk to go ahead and read the exhibits into the record.
This is 23003, right? Is it the one? I just want to make sure. Okay, let's see, we have the original file exhibits. Exhibit 1, application for a conditional use permit for a model home parking lot, DR Horton, 550 Polaris Parkway, Suite 200, Westerville, Ohio, 43082, dated 3/31 of 23, submitted 3/31 of 23. Exhibit 2, letter to Jacob Bond, Berlin Township zoning inspector, regarding the request for a conditional use permit for model home and parking lot with 1 to 6 points. Letter dated 3/31/2023, 2 pages, submitted with the application filed 3/31 of 2023. Exhibit 3, legal descriptions for parcels 418-320-63-003-000 and 418-320-63-002-000 and plat plans, 12 pages, submitted with the application filed 3/31 of 2023. Exhibit 4, landscape plan for lot 2714 model home, submitted with the application filed 3/31 of 2023. Exhibit 5, lighting plan, 1 page, submitted with the application filed 3/31 of 2023. Exhibit 6, signage for model, 6 pages, submitted with the application filed 3/31 of 2023. Exhibit 7, aerial view of surrounding property owners within 300 feet and addresses, dated 4/26 of 2023. Exhibit 8, request of publication in the Delaware Gazette via email, dated 4/17 of 2023. Exhibit 9, notice of hearing to applicant, dated 4/24 of 2023. Exhibit 10, letter to adjacent property owners with proof of mailing, dated 4/26 of 2023. And the final exhibit, Exhibit 11, proof of publication in the Delaware Gazette, dated 4/22 of 2023.
Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, so our first item to consider in approving a conditional use permit for a model home is lighting. And all exterior lighting must be down lighting so that no light shall be cast onto adjoining residential properties. All off-street parking areas must be illuminated. All exterior lighting except security lighting shall be extinguished at the closing time of the model home. So if you want an exhibit 2, you've got an answer that was provided here by the company in response. You just want to read that, and the lighting that you're proposing is in exhibit 5 as well for the board.
The model home sign, that's 5. You're looking at the lighting for exhibit 1 or exhibit 2 under lighting.
Yes.
All exterior lighting except for security lighting must be down lighting so that no lighting shall be cast onto adjoining residential. Is that what you're?
The spark, paragraph below it that's in bold there.
Yeah.
That's your answer.
Okay, gotcha. The model home will be illuminated by 6 downward lights located in the roof soffit on opposite end of the front facet of the home. The parking lot will be illuminated by 4 exterior post lights, which will run on a photo cell.
Thank you. The next item is parking. All model homes shall provide off-street parking, paved parking for the public, Such off-street paid parking shall be located as directed by the Board of Zoning Appeals. The number of required parking spaces shall be a minimum of 6 per model home. The driveway of the model home may be utilized for not more than 2 of the parking spots. And do see here in Exhibit 3, several pages in there. I do see your plot plan for your parking spaces. If you could just read your response there.
Okay. The parking lot for the model home will consist of 15 parking spaces measuring 9 feet in width, one of which will be designated for handicap drivers. Please see attached plot plans for the model and parking lot.
Thank you. The next item is screening and trash receptacles. Landscape drawings shall be required to show adequate landscaping and screening from adjoining residential lots together with clear marking of boundaries of the model home lot. Trash receptacles shall be provided around the model home for use by the public. And I believe I saw that earlier. Someone already has that.
That's in the trash on it.
Exhibit 4.
I thought we had something. Yes.
But exhibit 4 is that the landscape for the home.
That is,
Oh, the parking lot is lot 2715.
yes.
Do you want to go ahead and read your response there?
Yes, exterior trash receptacles shall be located in the parking lot of the model home. The receptacles will be maintained by a weekly cleaning crew hired independently by DR Horton. Please see the attached plan drawing for the placement. DR Horton will install landscaping as shown on the attached drawing.
Yeah. Termination of use. A temporary showroom or display model that is used for marketing purposes by a commercial home builder during the sale period of new residential development. For the purpose of this resolution, a model home loses its status as marketing tool after 5 years from its opening date, or when 90% of the zoning permits within the development are issued, whichever comes first. However, the model home usage may continue if it is permitted use within the commercial zoning district. Model homes may be converted to permanent residences at the end of their use of the marketing location, provided they meet all the zoning and building codes for occupancy. If you could read your response there.
DR Horton's use of the model home shall terminate upon 90% of the lots being issued a building permit or 5 years from opening date, whichever comes first.
Yeah. And do you plan on storing any building equipment or materials?
No.
Model home? Number 6 is mobile home signs. Allowed as approved by the Board of Zoning Appeals and not to exceed 16 square feet per side or 32 square feet maximum total display. Overall height 4 feet above grade. Do we have that on Exhibit 6?
Correct. As previously discussed, I believe our measurements are within your guidelines.
Yeah. If you just want to read your response there.
Just a short one, signage is provided. That's not very much, but it's a quick response. The
applicant provided response to all of those questions. Are there questions from the board?
I just didn't see the landscape drawing for anything for the parking lot and where the trash receptacles are gonna be in the parking lot.
We show the parking lot, but I don't know that it even,
I couldn't find it in the legend either for the parking
yeah, we just show exhibit 4, the landscaping around the model home. I don't see that was submitted as well.
Jacob, do you know if there was discussion with this person about trash receptacles?
Nothing that I'm aware of on the trash receptacle.
And then from landscaping, since it's plat 2715 is part of the model and the parking lot. To the right of it, looks like you have a reserve area, so there's not an actual home site next to it.
Correct. Yeah, to the left of the model is a common area, window lot.
Discussion on there not being trash receptacles shown on the plans? I would like to see it, but I wouldn't think that we've got a response from it that they will have trash receptacles on their property. That's something that our zoning inspector could hold them to if they're not there.
lot. And when is this model opening, or is it already open?
It's already opened.
Do you know if there's trash?
There is no trash receptacles at the model right now. And the parking lot has the 6 lights that are on a eye where they'll pick it up in the evening and then shut off at night. Photocell. Do you guys need me to provide the landscaping that Blendon did for us around that parking lot? It is currently installed. So if you guys, anybody,
I think the question from the board is whether we feel we can take an approval tonight without the receptacles being shown, or
Well, since we didn't follow the policies and procedures to have it come before us before it opened, and it was spelled out in the documentation that there would be one there and it's still not there.
yeah, I'm not positive if it is or not, but I understand.
I mean, you're stating in the record here that you will have a receptacle there, so, I mean, that'll be a condition for us to approve it, is that it's there. And the only reason why I was mentioning landscaping is because if there was a home adjacent to it, the landscaping was supposed to block the receptacle, the receptacle. But it's a preserve, so I don't think we need the landscaping. Unless you guys think we do.
Is that a contingency that we put a time frame to?
we can just add it in our motion if we would like.
Are you the enforcer on that?
Absolutely.
It sounds like a doable thing, so as opposed to chasing
Yeah,
you
well-
back and us back, and just pick an arbitrary time, what do you think is reasonable?
Something next week.
Oh, I think we should do it within 48 hours.
Well, okay, yeah, I just threw that out there, but that's something that by tomorrow, yes, absolutely. We can have that addressed.
Yeah. So can they have a motion that includes a timeline on trash receptacles being added to the property?
What is acceptable for the board?
I would say Wednesday evening, just by the end of business day, Friday.
That's great.
And the appropriate bush behind it.
Because that does face the parking lot in the preserve is facing Hyatt. So the main thoroughfare that parking lot is open to versus a home.
Yeah, because you have the school behind us, and then, yeah, the
As
third
you
lot
come into the
down,
entrance, you're.
past the entrance, you have the parking lot model and then a window lot. So that can definitely be done by Friday.
I make a motion to approve BZA 23003 with the condition that the trash receptacles be made available by date defined this Friday, May 12th. Close of business.
I said that.
Call the roll, please.
Mr. Acevedo,
Yes.
Mrs. Cook,
Yes.
Mr. Cook,
Yes.
Mr. Herman,
Yes.
and Mr. Sutton.
Yes. BZA 23003 approved. Thank you for coming in tonight, and please make sure that's fresh.
Guys, thank you for your time.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Is there any other business that we need to discuss this evening?
I wanted to make a note about the minutes. When I was looking at them a second ago, I noticed that in the header, did she print out the minutes or just the signature page?
Just a signature page.
But just in the header, I have, it says April 4th of 2022. And I wanted to change it to 23. And then also it says organizational hearing or meeting. So I was going to change it to public hearing, just in the header.
Okay.
Did that.
Get some white out or?
Well, did she print out just that? Oh, it's gonna have to be all the pages. Well, we can just cross that out on that page when she prints out the rest.
Quinn, you have to sign that one.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to?
Yeah, sure, yeah. Yeah, you're right, I forgot it was on all the pages. You don't notice it till you look at it days later.
And I would, just one comment, thank the board, and, you know, a lot of the things we do here, we never really see the end results. Last night I was driving up Hyatt, went by the new soccer field that we approved, and there had been 100 kids out there playing
Yeah.
soccer.
Yeah,
They need a lot of good parking lots.
and they need better trash receptacles too there.
Yeah, I didn't know how to bring that up, but yeah, there's things they need, but, definitely shows the need for, sports space here in the township.
Yeah, almost every night is packed there from 5 on or 4:30 on. So it's good to see people using it too.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just curious what's gonna happen in the school, because the middle school, you know, the traffic pattern there.
Well, the traffic is already kind of bad through there because like this time of year, the baseball diamonds at Cheshire Elementary are packed and there's people crossing. And then on top of it, you see the kids on the golf carts going up and down Hyatt, which is 45. And then people coming out of the soccer field, like tonight, somebody cut in front of me, getting out of it to turn south as I was going north. It's kind of like in a weird place. I mean, I think it's because it's right at the curve, but there might need to be a little bit more enforcement. The sheriff needs to be around that area a little bit more. Because we can sit at home and our front yard faces Berlin, our front windows, and they're passing each other in front of our house as they're crossing the railroad tracks. Or they're like flying at whatever time the sporting event closes or is out, like 8:30, zoom, 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 zoom. I mean, at least our house is back from the road. They have plenty of room to come through a front yard.
Were the conditions for the permit, did that really include a bush to hide it or just the trash receptacle?
Just the trash receptacle.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Any other items? If not, I call our meeting closed. Thank you all.
seeing you.
I don't know if we have anything, anything coming up.
Let's see.